We're back.
Wild card, bitches! Yeah!
Hello. Thank you for stopping by yet another edition of the Massachusetts Beer Reviews and Company Wildcard Wednesdays for your 11th of October, almost said August, 2023. If you've been living under a rock, this is the show where the only admittance fee is a beverage. Please bring a beer, wine, or spirit. Realistically, any adult beverage you'd like, and let's have some fun. You know what would be terrible?
That's terrible.
Just don't be a douche. Cheers. What says you all panel? That guy over there, Alex. He's the self-proclaimed legendary beer master.
What's up, everybody? Cheers.
There it is. There's this little part of the YouTubes. And we got that other guy next to him from the great state of New Hampshire. Bumpy Road Brews. From the Bumpy Road Brews channel of YouTube. Below that man in the great state of Rhode Island. East Coast Liquor Reviews. Say hello to Tanner, everybody. Bam. There he is. And the one and only, the nose of knowledge himself, the beer man, the brewer of the Bubble Gut Craft Beer homebrew operation, Beer Man.
Cheers.
And I am your host, Thomas Mouse 75, for the Massachusetts Beer Reviews channel of YouTube. There we go.
Unless you're not around, then I end up doing it too sometimes.
Co-hosting duties. We usually try to explain some things about our YouTube channels, and that'll be one thing we explain at the end of the program. If you haven't been here, he is also aka the co-host if we need it. So thank you, Alex. Appreciate it. Thanks everybody for showing up. Again, if you haven't been here, we do 4 different rounds during this program. We do the presentation, round 1 of your beer, wine, or spirit, and a pouring. Round 2 is your review. Round 3 is going to be your final thoughts and grades. And then round 4, we'll shout out our own YouTube channels and any other YouTubers out there on the youtube.com platform. So without further ado, we'll go over to Alex, the Beer Master, for a presentation and pouring of, I believe it's a beer he's got today.
Well, I had an 8.5, 2 stouts of the same stout. But today, I've already reviewed this. But guess what? I'm going to review it on it here as well. It is River Horse, Chappelle Horse, and it is a 10% ABV. So this will be my last beer for the night because I have work tomorrow, so I want to be golden. So what we got there, it's a light. I'm sorry about the light. You got the horse there and stuff like that. So let's
it looks like a rhino to me.
It does actually, but I don't know why they see horse then. So and it also has spices too. So I don't know, that was one of the things. So let's see what it pours like and see what it looks like. Well, next time around I'll do that, but yeah.
We'll get into it in more in depth next round. A nice bright white head.
Exactly. There you go. We'll get into the smell, taste next time around. That's what it looks like. Cheers.
Brian agrees. That logo looks like a hippo.
Yeah.
I agree. That does look like a hippo. Hungry hippos.
Subsidiary Hungry Howies? No. The Bumpy Road's got a Kettlehead double IPA to show today. Big Mac.
Kettlehead Brewing Company. You got a Big Mac.
Damn.
Bloody Mac.
Double IPA. So I did have smash burgers tonight. I made some smash burgers out on the Blackstone. And it definitely was not looking anything like this burger. Which this can art is pretty kick-ass. But if you ask me, they don't talk about any artists. I'm thinking this was AI generated.
Oh, no.
No.
Well, go on an AI website and try to generate that. See how close you get.
Oh, shit.
That's pretty nuts. I mean, it looks like it's dripping blood. I mean, this is like crazy.
Wow.
Is that a tie? Is there somebody's tie in there? I think that's a tie. It's
I got
yeah.
the
It looks like
Mac
there's
here.
French fries or something sticking
That's
out of it.
Ronald's tie.
Yeah,
Oh.
maybe.
Why am I still banned from your channel?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Anyways, Big Mac. So the Mac, it's M.A.C.
Yeah.
Is the hops that are used. It's Motueka, I believe, or maybe it's Mosaic. I have to look it up. It's either Mosaic or Motueka, and then it's Amarillo, and then a side of Citra.
There's your Mac, people.
Oh.
Yeah. So there we go. It's a double IPA coming at 8% ABV. Let's go ahead and crack this one open. Let's roll it. Canned on date. Wow, they started doing canned on dates. It says cheese. And September 25th was the canned on date.
Okay.
Kudos to Kettlehead for actually putting some canned on dates. They used to
Right.
not do that.
For once.
Not just the best.
Unreal. That's unreal. Yes.
Unbelievable. There we go. It's got a pretty frothy white head. It is opaque. Cannot see through this. It has the colors. It's this kind of honey golden, yellowish orange coloration.
There you go.
Nice.
Flower.
Looks good.
There you go.
Ready. Go.
All right. Cheers.
Thanks, Bobby.
Cheers.
Kettlehead with Bubba Road Brews. Now on to the reviews. Tanner. See what's in the fridge today, guys.
All right. Kind of wish it was colder. Yeah, it should be all right. So I got a beer from Tucker.
Ooh.
This is their Dunkel Hefeweizen. 5.2% alcohol by volume. This is product of Germany. It does say malt liquor on the back. It is funny. It does say that.
Yeah, dude.
Malt liquor.
Technically.
Just says L047. Don't know what that means. Brunenbald in Germany. Altitze Weizenbier Brauerei Nürnbergs. Sneeze. Woo! All right. All right. This is a 16.9 ounce bottle, so this is a 500 ml bottle. Yeah, it is a Dunkel wheat beer, pretty much, right? Pretty sure. I don't think I've had this one before. I've had some Tucker products. Pretty sure I haven't had this one.
Oh, Dunkelweiss? Yeah.
Yeah. Hefeweizen. Yeah. All right.
Thanks for tuning into the show, Thomas Meadow. I'm the friggin' host.
Little bit of smoke coming out of the top of the bottle. That was cool. A little bit of smoke. We got a Fox Farm glass. We're going to use this. Haven't used this
Hey.
much. Let's pour it up. A little bit of smoke there.
Wrong glass, sir. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's all right.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah. Kind of ruby. Ruby on the camera, but in person it's more brownish amber. But yeah, on camera it definitely looks very ruby. But it's also got a 3-finger kind of khaki colored, foamy, tight knit head. Kind of looks creamy. Nice creamy head on top. Looks pretty good. Not much clarity through it, but there's a little bit of clarity more towards the bottom. A little bit of effervescence. Looks pretty good. So cheers. Cheers.
Cheerios. We got James C. Madonna trying to show up on the stream.
James.
Well, we will hear from the beer man and then go to James C. Madonna
Let's
afterwards.
go, James.
Hello, James. Stay tuned, James, everybody.
Hi,
Yes,
James.
James here.
All right. Well, these guys have new branding, it looks like. This is an Imperial Hazy IPA at 8% from Ninkasi out of Eugene, Oregon. Totally new branding. I had one earlier. I'm cheating a little, but I wanted to see if it was old or good, or bad or good. And it's good. So, but with that being said, so this was packed or canned 8/16, so it was like a month and three weeks out. So that's why I was a little worried. I was like, okay, let's try this. But 8%, you can't. That's all right. Should be fun. Let's pour it. So I was really amazed with the haziness of this beer. I thought it was quite nice. I was in the house drinking it, and it really did relieve a nice haze to it, a decent haze for what you would normally get on the West Coast here. So, not a bad beer for a grocery store. I'm sure it's better on their tap in their tap house at the brewery, but there you go. Nice two and a half, 3-finger head on the pour. Very not milky, but hazy for sure. Looking forward to trying it with you guys. Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you, the beer man. Beer
Cheers,
man,
man.
everybody. We're going to New Jersey again with the
Nice
James.
to see you, legendary James. James, people
Hey,
down.
Alex, how you doing, man?
What's up, buddy?
I was just watching the Phillies Atlanta game. They're 7-2. They're ahead 7-2. Anyway, I didn't bring. I didn't have a beverage to bring, so I'm just going to show the tail end of my dinner. I made. I have a organic whole wheat spaghetti with clam and calamari sauce, clam and calamari, or calamari and clam. Got the tentacles, the bodies, and it's and that's what I brought. Aside from that carbon dioxide as I'm exhaling, so that's all I have to give. I mean,
Okay.
that's all I have to give to my stomach. But
Sure. All right.
yeah,
Very
it's
Cool.
nice.
outstanding. I give it a 99.9999%.
That's pretty good rating there, don't you think? Yeah, man. All right.
All right.
Well, cheers, James. Thanks for stopping by the channel.
Yes.
They look like giant mushrooms.
Gotta do it.
Those were the bodies. Yeah, giant mushroom. Beer man, did you trim your beard?
Yeah, it's growing though. It was way shorter than this about a month and a half ago, but it's
Yeah,
getting-
you should let it. Being that it's nice and
Goes
white,
my
you should
head.
let it go down to your belly.
God.
This
Go
is Santa
down
Claus,
here.
Santa. All right,
Yeah.
let's put everybody in the order they were brought into the program, so I keep you all.
Cheers, James.
All right, here we go. All
Tis
right,
the season.
beer, wine, or spirit. Spirit is what I'm bringing today, and I just picked up this bottle on Saturday, literally at the distillery. I was down in the scenic, quaint town of with a couple of buddies at Sons of Liberty, a spirits company on 1425 Kingstown Road in South Kingstown, Rhode Island. At the Sons of Liberty Distillery, spirits company, I have their Battle Cry American malt whiskey. This is a fresh crack I'm going to be doing today. I did a tasting of 4 different of their non-flavored whiskey, single malt whiskeys, which were pretty good. This is a batch 40 bottle, 365 American single malt whiskey, 46% alcohol by volume, distilled from a Belgian mash, they say. So the information or the commercial description is
I went to that distillery, Eric.
nice. This is a really good place to go. Probably American made. This American single malt whiskey is born from a Belgian style ale using 100% malted grains. Battle Cry incorporates rye malt and honey malt for added spice notes and sweetness, respectively. fermented with a Trappist-style yeast strain and aged in newly charred American oak barrels. Battle Cry is a unique experience from beginning to end. Hints of dark fruits and spices, such as anise, black licorice, with a distinct sweetness. No revolution is one without a Battle Cry. All right. Quick information, then I'll pour it, and then I'll shut up. Mash bill. I heard about the mash bill. The fermentation is 14 days with a Belgian Trappist-style yeast. The distillation is double distilled to an average of 124 proof. Barrels, a minimum of 22 months in newly charred American oak. Finishing, non-chill filtered, and no flavorings or coloring added. Good. So what they do at Sons of Liberty for all of their whiskeys, there's a black cork. There you go. What they do with all of their spirits or all of their whiskeys at Sons of Liberty is they take a beer recipe and they distill it down to a malt whiskey. That's how they do theirs. They have a couple of they have a few that they do with a stout beer edition, and I think they do one that's they age in an Oloroso sherry cask, which might be
Nice.
might be this Belgian version here. So let me pour a little bit of this guy. All right. Let's give you the color really quickly on that pour. It's not super, super, super dark by any means. It's got a nice copper color. It's a little bit opaque. You can kind of, you can see me through it. Definitely, yep. All right, and I will. I think I liked the format, so I may be trying to use. I don't know if it's patent pending. You tell me, Tanner. I'm going to try to use that 6 categories for whiskey ratings on this whiskey because I think that was a good approximation. 20 points, up to 20 points on nose, up to 20 points on flavor, up to 20 points on your mouthfeel, up to 20 points on your finish, and your value is 10 points. Oh, the appearance and aesthetics will be another 10 to round out your full 100. So I'll try to really grab the points and get it out there as best as I can, and we'll go from there. So cheers, everybody.
Nice.
Let's go right over to Alex, the beer master. We're doing round 2.
Yeah.
Tasting.
Yep. I'm just relaxing. But what we got here is Chappelle Horse, and it's from River Horse Brewing. It is brewed with spices and stuff like that. And it's a 10%. I drank this one last night for a beer review. So that's done on my channel. But also, I just feel like just drinking it to review on this channel. Why not? I mean, because, sometimes it's just easier for me. Unless I have another beer that I want to try. But I don't have any other beers to try, I don't think. But either way, let's get into it. Let's see what it smells like.
Smellers.
It does smell like before I even get into it, smelling, that looks like a darkish, honey, sweet color. Right about that. Nice carbonation. I can see that. You guys might not have seen it, but I can see it perfectly. So let's get into the smell. This smells like a yeast sweet beer, banana beer, even though it's not banana. These Belgian beers do have a history of smelling like a couple of them. One of them has smelled like peanut butter to me. I don't know why. That was just weird, but they're not. But this one, I can realize that it may smell like that, but it also has that banana yeast, which I like. So I'm happy that these Belgian beers have that sweet banana taste, at least in my opinion. Legendary Eric, if you tell me if I'm right or wrong, I don't mind because I like to know because I want to make sure I'm smelling it right. And I think I'm just basing on what I am smelling. It smells pretty good. What'd you say, Eric?
It's the best way to do a review on what
Exactly.
you're getting out of it.
Oh, yeah, but I like your opinion too. I like your opinion too, Eric. So let's get into it. Let's see what it tastes like, shall we? Cheers.
Cheers.
Give me a nose of your beer.
This is a banana split. When you drink.
No, it's not a banana.
Oh,
No. That would be funny. A banana split beer. That sounds pretty good there, James. That sounds pretty good. Banana split stout. Oh my god, that would be good.
That's terrible.
banana split beer. No, I don't know.
Eric, you're a trip, and I love you, Eric, for that. Very nice. Has that sweetness? Has that Belgian taste, which it is. It's a Belgian beer. I like, again, these German Belgian beers. I like when they're nice and sweet, very delicious. Again, this is not German, but I'm just thinking in my head.
Very close.
I'm starting to grow on them actually, because I think when I first drank it was kind of weird, but then I'm like tasting this banana peanut butter, when I first drank it, and I'm like, wait a minute, this is pretty tasty. So yeah, I'm really, really pleased with this beer. I mean, not only the flavor when you have that banana, sweet, yeasty, Belgian style kind of beer. They said spices. When I reviewed it yesterday, as I was drinking it, I did kind of, when I did this, some people probably wonder what the hell is he doing. But when I did this, I was trying to explain, hey, I don't have that spicy now, but when I was drinking, I had that spicy thing last night that when I did the review. Not last night, earlier in the day, because I did my beer reviews earlier in the day now, like maybe 12, 1, 2 o'clock, 3, 4 o'clock. This way, when people come from work, they can check it out. It's much easier. Thanks to legendary Chadio for helping me out. But yeah. There's no alcohol, but it is a 10% beer. So if you, like I said, I drank only one last night. That was it. I'm only drinking one tonight. And I've already drank 2 of these beers here. So I'm done drinking when I'm done, because I got work tomorrow and I want to feel good tomorrow. So yeah, so these are 8.8. Let me see here. Yeah, 8.5. So they're strong because they're imperial stouts, imperial porters, and then you have the 10% ale. So I mean, hey, I'm pretty good at this, in a sense. So I stick with one. It's really nice. It goes down nice. It's very smooth. Has that like a slight creaminess. It's just perfect. There's a little bit of thickness on the lips, but other than that, it's not as sticky because it's not really because the banana kind of tastes to me. But it's very nice. If you like 10% beers, barley wine beers, I don't think it's a barley wine, but either way, 10% beers like this, like any beer that's a barley wine or anything, you would love this. Again, I don't know if this is not a barley wine though, but I'm just saying, if you like your sweetness, this kind of beer, which is a Belgian beer or a barley wine beer, you would like it, or a stout, because this stuff hits the spot.
Here's all your information from the website.
Would you mind reading that to me?
Remove the banner for a minute. There you go. They say on the website that they use real coriander, so that might be part of where your spicier notes are coming from. And there you go. Pilsen white wheat, caramel, Chinook, Hallertau, and Saaz hops, 18 IB.
Caramel, like a sweet.
Yeah, like in the malts, they're using caramel malts in there too.
Yeah.
You review it as you taste it. I think we would all.
That's what I'm doing, but I'm happy that you're reading that stuff for me, because that is true too. Yeah, you have that, but now again, I've had that spiciness yesterday, but because I drank 2 of these 8.5 beers, and I just stuck with just no beer, and I drank this on your channel, I would have to feel it. Now again, I think I do feel a little spice now as we're talking. But yeah, I like the spice. It's very delicious. I'm gonna shut up now. But if you can, because I will go on, because that's what my brain is saying. There we go. So if you can get this, please do. I'll give you the raid next time around. Cheers.
Cheers, Alex.
God, I just shut up, man. Shut me up.
Hello, Bumpy Road, everybody from New Hampshire.
Thank you.
Hello, cheers.
Jesus.
So we got the Big Mac from Kettlehead.
Do not shut up.
It's got like kind of like a, I don't know, slight papaya type note to it. But there's tons of like spice notes coming through on this thing. It almost smells like Scottish ale yeast was used and went awry. It's super like spicy. Like it's got this like rye spicy tone to it. When I say spice, it's not like spicy hot. It's very woodsy, earthy, spicy, herbal. Yes. A little bit of papaya mixed in. I don't know if this is a bad can. I don't remember the other one. I had one last night. I don't remember it smelling anything like this.
Uh-oh.
Oh man.
I mean, it doesn't smell oxidized or anything. It smells a bit off. Like I've had back in the day, I homebrewed a very large beer, and I used Scottish ale yeast, and this has like that same spicy tone aroma to it. And that was a beer that went south. Cheers, anyways.
Bro.
Cheers. Yeah.
Cheers,
Yeah,
bro.
it's got a slight kind of undertone of a citrusiness, and then it's just super spicy. It really does taste like a yeast issue. It's very, very, very like woodsy, earthy, spicy, citrus tone, maybe a touch of papaya, like I said. Bitterness is kind of on the mild, moderate side. Didn't even kill that damn thing. I just don't know. I don't know if I should pour a different one and just see if there's a difference. This is not at all what I remember from last night when I had poured the same beer.
Well, Mr. Bumpy, I suggest you could at least try have another beer. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. It's so different from what I remember from last night. It was kind of more like a light kind of crackery, light wheat kind of notes, a little bit of a citrusiness, kind of slight fruitiness.
Is it because you had another beer prior?
No.
No. Weird.
No, this is
Use it
coming
as
straight
it
from beer.
is.
I mean, I have a 4-pack of this. Well, I mean, I only have a couple left. I think I'm not gonna dump this. I'm gonna set it off to the side just in case it's good still.
Okay.
But I'm gonna pour another one and come back to me afterwards if there's any difference. But yeah, right now it's just super like spicy, maybe like rye like, but it tastes like Scottish ale yeast gone wrong. Slight citrus with earthy, woodsy.
Okay, you'll get back to us.
Oh, you have to play Columbo on that, Mr. Bumpy. And then you
Yeah, it's not tasting anything like last night. So it's a totally different beer. I don't think one night's gonna change. So,
what's the date on it?
9/26 or something like that. It's
That's
pretty
not
fresh. Yeah,
That's pretty fresh.
so,
Let's not try to guess what happened to it. We're not the brewer there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Well, Bumpy will play Columbo, so we'll find out. All right.
He's gonna play a YouTuber on the internet. All right, thanks, Bumpy. We'll come back to you.
Leslie Tanner.
All right. Cheers, Moby. So for the Tucker Dunkel Hefeweizen,
Tushar.
somebody was saying banana split about some beer they were reviewing. But
You
this
say banana split? Oh.
That looks like
Wrong time to get in on that.
Oh, that might be
No,
a-
I said
it's him.
I get a lot of caramel, and then I get like I get a lot of the malty sweetness from the dunkel aspect. I also get a little bit of raisin, but more prominently, I'm getting like a caramel banana. So it's got a little bit of that like banana yeasty breadiness. It smells very good. There's a little bit of like roasty note, a little coffee,
Oh, yeah.
chocolate, possibly.
Oh.
It does smell surprisingly more sweet than I expected. Like a lot of that, and it's like an underlying sweetness. It's not like really in your face. It's kind of like a balanced sweetness that works really well. Yeah, it's a little floral, but overall, it smells really good. It smells very sweet. 5.2% ABV. It does have malt liquor on the back. This is from the import section. It's from Germany, product of Germany, original Bavarian specialty. It says, and it's got a lot of right there that I can't really pronounce. I was trying to pronounce it earlier. Alteste Weizenbier Brauerei Nürnbergs.
The first thing I would not try to do is use an English pronunciations.
Yeah. So you see it says malt liquor right there. So
Liquor.
350 for this. Let's dive in, try it out. Cheers.
Cheers.
Please be delicious.
Nah, screw that deliciousness.
Eric, I love you.
It's pretty good. A little drying on the finish.
Number one.
It's definitely not as sweet as I thought it would be considering the nose, but you get some nice caramel malt in the background. Bready, floral, a little citrusy. That banana note's coming back. Definitely a lot brighter on the palate, I would say, where it's more like just kind of like sweet caramel banana, fruity, citrusy floral, whereas you're getting kind of more of like a darker notes. You're picking up on like a little bit of like chocolate and raisin coffee on the nose, but on the palate, it's more, you're definitely not getting those aspects. It's just kind of sweet, bready, banana, a little bit of like the spice, like clove. A lot more drinkable.
Anna's Foster is a good pairing on their website. Go figure.
It's more drinkable than you would expect after smelling it. And then makes sense. It's 5.2. The color, I will say, it's got some really good color. It's a lot darker than you would expect. It's actually a lot more, like I said, drinkable. It's lighter side of medium. And then carbonation is kind of light. I would like a little bit more carbonation out of it. Overall, I think it's pretty solid. Not a bad beer. 350, totally worth it. Kind of wish it was colder. It's not as cold as I would like it to be. I tried to chill it as much as I could before the show, but yeah, it's still a solid product. I'd buy it again. And I'm not disappointed with these guys. This Tucker, if you see that label, try any product that they have. They're pretty good. They're from Germany, solid. I'll have a number next time around. Cheers.
Bro,
Cheers.
sir.
Cheers.
All right, Bump. Do you want to come back up, Bumpy? Really quick?
Yeah. I'll come back up. Same batch. Pretty sure this came in the same 4-pack. Totally different goddamn beer.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's a bad can. Color is pretty much the same. Okay. This one's super spicy. Like I said, it kind of reminds me of Scottish ale yeast gone wrong. So the aromas on this, you remember me talking about all the spice notes, a bit papaya-like and stuff like that. This, it smells sweet. There's like that Lucky Charms cereal with marshmallows smell. It's a little bit on the citrus side. Like a nice sweet citrusy like tangerine. Lots of sweet notes though. No spice. Totally different beer. Just on the aromatics. Cheers.
Crazy.
Wait. A totally different beer what you're drinking prior. Interesting.
Totally
Same
different
beer.
experience. Drinking it.
You're right.
This
It sounds
no
like
go. This can. Yay.
That doesn't make any sense. There was a spice prior, but no spice now.
There is a slight bit of I think they did use Scottish ale yeast in this. I still get
Okay.
kind of some of this kind of familiar Scottish ale yeast, but it's very subdued, kind of on the spice notes on the fresh pour.
Okay.
Maybe that last can just had like a bunch of like the bottom suction. Who knows? You know, I mean maybe it had all the yeast put into it. But yeah, it's pretty crazy because if that was my one beer that I bought, that's how I would have thought that the beer was. But no, it's more sweet.
It's kind of cool that you had that
marshmallow, cereal grain flavor to it. There is a bit of a spice note, kind of finishes off. It does taste like it's kind of a yeast thing.
Well, you did say it was spicy on the first beer too, Legendary Bumpy.
Yeah, but it was like straight up yeast, like spice.
True that.
This one's a bit more sweet. A little bit on the citrus side, tangerine. I would still say there's maybe some papaya action going on. Mixing with that kind of yeasty Scottish ale yeast. I don't even know what yeast they use in this, but I swear it's got to be Scottish ale yeast. Just from
none is listed. No, none of that's listed on their website. Nope, not the ingredients listed.
Probably not. But it's much better beer than the first pour that I had here tonight. This one's drinkable. The other one, it's still drinkable, but I think I'll still dump it just because it's not what the beer's supposed to be, and it's not like super enjoyable. Instead, it kind of tastes off. Why waste the calories on something that's not?
What's the date on both of them, Legendary Bumpy?
What?
What's the date on both of them?
They're both the same.
Okay, that's weird.
What's the date on the can?
Yeah, they were all attached to the same 4-pack snappers.
Just drink it anyway. Don't drain it.
No, I'm not gonna drink it. It's 8% ABV, and it's like not as enjoyable. Why am I gonna waste that? That's just added calories.
Alex is the beer police. Pull you
over.
I'm trying to get rid of the bubble gut.
Alex is the beer police. He'll pull you over and say,
"Woo, woo, woo,
style, motherfucker."
Don't waste that beer. You don't want to turn into that guy.
No.
Yeah. So it's a much better beer, anyways.
Good. All right, better experience, everybody. See what happens. Yeah. Yo, you can't waste a beer. There's so much.
But very, very weird, very odd that it was the same package.
Who knows? Bumpy? I never experienced that yet, and who knows? I will experience that in my beer reviewing future. You never know. I don't know.
Yeah. You never know. All right. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Tommy Carroll. Be a great show.
What's up, Tommy Carroll? Appreciate you.
Bumpy.
Cheers, Bill. That's right. Bill.
Ronnie.
Beer Hounds.
Ronnie.
Oh, there he is.
Ronnie.
Cool. All right, we're gonna go over to the East Coast. So we went to Bumpy. East Coast Liquor Reviews did his little Tukur Dunkelweisen. He did his review. Now we're going all the way to Oregon with the beer man himself,
Mr. Beer Man.
Hey, all right. So Ninkasi's Hazy IPA 8%. Rebranded their stuff. I've actually never seen their hazy until I got it. So, but that's what it looks like. Poured about a 3-finger head almost. Settled down and left a bit of lacing on the side of the glass.
Like a New IPA a little bit, actually.
It definitely has a New England milkiness somewhat. But it definitely has also kind of a Westy appeal to it, charm to it as well. So I mean, it's opaque. You can't see through it. The medium rising bubbles, what I'm getting here, was a nice kind of a white head, I guess. A little bit of bubbles, big bubbles. A little bit soaky on the sides, on the side of the glass with the foam. Orange, definitely kind of a tangerine orange, or just some kind of an orange citrus looking color. Very nice there. So let's get into the nose. I get like a slight. There's definitely citrus, like orange. Orange comes to me first. There's a slight little like pinch of pine in there.
Pinch
So
of
we're
pine.
definitely going more on the westy side. Yeah, orange, a little grapefruit pine. Those three components for sure. I get a little pear, like a slight pinch of pear and like nectarine. A little stone fruity. More citrus than anything though. Sweet citrus. Very nice. It's not old. It's about a month and 3 weeks old though, as far as in the can. So, but it's presenting very well. It's not an off flavored beer. It doesn't smell off flavored. Let's drink it. Cheers.
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 Cheers, beer man.
It's got a milky, kind of a milky smoothness to the mouthfeel. Not quite creamy. It is a little zesty, a slight zest on the side. But mouthfeel, our body is like a medium body. Carbonation's medium. Finish is dry and very piney and dry. Resinous for sure with that pininess. Definitely a pine coming through. Orange is the big one. Grapefruit's definitely there. I don't know what they used in this. It is a grocery shelfie. Alcohol is well hidden. I'm getting no alcohol burn whatsoever. There's no green burn or anything like that. It's very well conditioned. What is that other thing I'm getting? I'm getting woody. I get a woody, earthy kind of thing going on here.
Woody earth.
Big bitter punch on the side of my tonsils. Wow, it's very bitter and dry on the finish.
You get that bitterness down the throat. Yeah.
This is definitely not a sweet hazy.
Oh,
It's
wow.
it's more on the bitter side.
I like bitter if it's like what's it called? Balance, but yeah.
No, you're getting melon. You get a cantaloupe melon, melony kind of notes. But you're getting sweet, you're getting sour, you're getting salty, you're getting bitter. It's like this weird conglomeration of different feelings in the mouth when you drink this. It's not a full-on sweet one like you would get out of New England.
Wow.
But it's definitely got kind of that West Coast approach to it. So it's I don't mind it personally. It's not bad. I didn't waste my money. I bought it so yeah, so good stuff. Cheers, man.
I save some money buying that beer. Who knows?
Yeah.
Your mileage may vary in what's enjoyable to you. So
exactly.
It's the beer man. What else are we missing in the chat over here? Oh, Nightbot's spamming you all. James P. Madonna. What else are we bringing to the table?
Let's say James P. Madonna. Wake up. Are you in dream world?
What else am I bringing to the table?
Yeah,
my kitchen table. That's it. That's the only thing
all right.
I have.
Well, review the kitchen table later on, I guess. All right.
Hey James, do you have liquor in your house? Because it's a wild card.
Yeah, I finished whatever I had, the Johnny Walker Black.
That's a good one.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't have any.
All right. Well, James, we've done, everybody. We'll come back around at the end of the program, and we'll let James also, with the rest of the panel, shout out his channel, and then he can shout out anybody else we should be watching on the YouTube. So stay put. Thank you for joining us, James. All right.
Thanks for that, James. Appreciate you.
Yeah. So I'm going to try to be as timely, but as thorough as I can within an appropriate amount of time here with the whiskey review here. I really liked the tasting or the rating parameters and categories that Tanner on his Monday Night Whiskey program likes to give. So I think it's a really good way to really stay honest about these things and not just pull a random 90 out of 100 out of my hat for whatever reason. Keep this thing super honest. Again, 10 points for aesthetics and looks. Nosing, 20 points. Flavor, 20 points. Up to 20 points. up to 24 mouthfeel, up to 24 finish. And how do I like the value? 10 more points to round out your possible 100. Good. Battle Cry, Sons of Liberty, American Single Malt Whiskey, which apparently got a lot of their whiskeys get a whole host of awards. The last time they got an award was through, I don't know who exactly the 50best.com is, but the 50 best in 2018 gave this a gold medal. So that's pretty good. And they also gave that year a double gold medal to their Sons of Liberty Uprising, which is their stout mash version of a single malt whiskey that they do. And that's also at 92 proof, just like this guy is 46%.
Hey, Eric, wasn't there a TV series called Sons of Liberty?
There was one called Sons of Anarchy on the
There was that. That was a motorcycle thing, but I heard they'd done a series back in after that. Sons of Liberty. Maybe I was wrong.
Not that I know of, but proudly American made. So let's look. Oh, you're good. No problem. So let's quickly look at the aesthetics here and the looks, which would include the look of the whiskey itself. We'll talk later, James. Cheers. There's a lot of information right there to tell you if you could read it.
In 20 years,
it tells you right about the whiskey. It tells you right on the front the ABV, the batch number, the bottle number, and I really appreciate it. Says distilled from a Belgian mash right on the label on the front. It's got a nice caramel, sort of a translucent looking or transparent kind of a color, not super dark. So I like the aesthetics for the most part, not the darkest whiskey at all, and it's not a real cork. It's one of these. What do you call it? Synthetic black corks, but those will keep pretty good, the whiskey pretty good, and those won't rot or prevent leaking at all. So I will give that, and I'm gonna write down my number here. I'll give that an 8 out of 10 on the aesthetics and looks. All right, the nosing on the whiskey on this Battle Cry single malt American single malt whiskey. So I'm getting honey malt, definitely. I'm getting the honey sweetness. I'm getting a dark fruitiness, something like a dark cherry note.
Oh, nice.
I do get some herbal notes. Maybe that's from the rye malt as well that they're using in the whiskey here. What else am I getting? And some spice notes too. So herbal and spice notes here. They are using newly charred American oak barrels, but for me personally, I'm not getting a super amount of any char. Not really. I am getting the fruitiness that I would associate with the Belgian's Trappist style yeast strain. Again, spicy herbal notes from the rye malt, honey-like sweetness in there, dark fruits. That's what I'm getting initially from the whiskey. If it starts to open up or change as that goes along, I'll give you some extra notes on that. So as of right now, it's not super complex. Actually, there's a little bit of like a honey. There's a little bit of like a granola to me aspect to it. So almost like a honey bunches.
Granola, nice.
Bunches of oats with the
Hell yeah, honey bunches.
There, I'll write a 15 tentatively on the nose. I'm missing some char. I'm missing some bigger, woodier, tannic notes in it, but it wasn't aged for super long. But let's get into that flavor profile. Cheers, pros to
cheers. Please be delicious. Please.
Sons of Liberty whiskey from Rhode Island.
Please be delicious. Thank you.
Literally, they could have used the same recipe here and then brewed it, and it would have became a Belgian style Trappist ale.
That would be cool. A Belgian style whiskey. That sounds delicious.
Yep. So yeah, they're using a Belgian style ale yeast. So that's how this happens. So you're getting a deep, dark, fruity essence to the whiskey dram. Definitely a dark, deep element to that. I'm getting more woodsy, tannic notes than in the smell. So I like where the nose kind of fell a little bit flat on woods. It gained that back in the taste. So a woody flavor with the dark fruits and the dark cherries. I'm getting more of a black licorice anise mixed in with some of the herbal rye malt spices. I am still getting that honey-like sweetness. Definitely is a spicy, even like maybe a black peppery spice, but nothing too super hot. There's a slight amount of char in the flavor, not a bunch, but it's making up for it from the taste, or from the nosing. So flavor, I really like the flavor in that. I don't think it's the most complexity in flavor on the planet Earth. I think I like the flavor better than the nose. How much better do I like it? I will give it I'm going to tentatively write down 17 out of 20. It's got a really nice flavor. And I'm surprised even in the United States here, up in New England, that all it did was a minimum of 22 months in newly charred American oak. And I'm not getting, I mean, maybe a faint, it's all malt, so it's not grainy, but I'm not getting a youthful spirit flavor. I'm not getting anything that doesn't taste like it, like the raw. I'm not getting anything that's got a raw maltiness or anything like that. It has a little bit of some of the charred oaken age to it, just a little bit. I'm actually just going to drop that down to a 16, I think, just based on me saying it's not super aged, but I like the flavor better than the taste. The mouthfeel out of 20. How does the mouthfeel taste? It's not super creamy, but it's oil, but there's an oily viscosity to it. It really does envelop the mouthfeel, the palate.
I'm surprised you didn't put any water in it like you always do, Legendary.
Yeah, I may do that. I may do a little bit of that. I just kind of want to see what my base rating is here. It's not the thinnest mouthfeel. It's not really a thick viscosity, or it's not real super creamy or oily. So I may drop that down to a.
Here you go, Eric.
A 14, maybe. We'll tentatively give it a 14. The fit. Ooh, he's got a pumpkin flavored one, everybody.
This is bold. This was given to my boss, and he gave me it.
Ah,
oh, wow.
Distillery sample.
Same distillery.
2014. Look at this
flavored whiskey.
I don't know. It says this is when it won the magazine, but that
nice.
I don't know if it has a date on it.
Cool.
That's 10 years ago, bub. Not you getting it.
Yeah.
Still 10 years old.
No, yeah. I think it was a long time I've had this for.
Well, if you had it since 2014, it's 10 years ago.
The finish has some drier tannic notes to it. There's a little bit of I'm getting more of just like a dry woodsy note mixed with some dark fruits. I get more of maybe the rye malt. I get more of a spicier kick from the rye malt as it's finishing. I'm not really getting a bunch of proof. It's only 46, 92 proof. I'm still getting some of the rye malt spice. I'm assessing how long this is. I might go 15 on the mouthfeel. There's a little bit of a coating on the tongue there. And the finish is going pretty well. If you like it's like there could be even like a little bit of like an anise kind of a note there. The herbal rye malt spices in there, the peppery notes in there, mixed with the dry fruit and the dry woody tannic notes in there. So I seem to be pulling. I'm going to give that a 16. I seem to be pulling a lot out of that whiskey there for its finish. It's not super enveloping and long lasting, and I'm not pulling huge things out of the finish, but what they are is leaning more towards the drier side of the wood barrel and the rye malt side of things. Value is after drinking a couple of doing a sampler that they had of some whiskeys of the stout barrel one, of the stout mash one, the uprising bottled and bond, the battle cry here, and they had an Oloroso sherry finished, I think, of the battle cry. The battle cry and the uprising were $50. I got this for $50. I think for how it's tasting and what it is It's maybe it's not the greatest value known to me.
Yeah, I was
Well,
looking at their prices when I went to their distillery, and I guess you got to figure they're a small distillery. You know, it's probably expensive for them to make that. It's all malt. You got to think too. So the process.
I guess in the back of my mind, I was expecting it was going to be a pricier product just for it to be more on the craftier side of things. And I don't know what their yield and output is, but where they had the tastings is where they were aging a lot of the spirits. There weren't a lot of different barrels over there. So I think like $50 for an American single malt whiskey with the kind of flavors that I'm pulling out of it, I think it's got some value to it. I like the whole presentation. They're very transparent on what we're drinking here and how they've aged it. Now everybody is not going to want to pay $50, but then they had a $75 Oloroso sherry cask version, and they had a $90 bottled in bond. So there's all your price points in perspective. So I'm going to give value. Now, again, that sort of will mean different things to you. Some people would like better age out of that. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Just really, really, really quickly before I shut the hell up here. I'm going on forever.
Accurate trip. Keep it up.
I'm going to put in a little bit of water just to do this fast.
Exactly.
And I will look at my notes and tell you if it changed or not. I will only tell you what changed from notes here. Nose.
Nothing but fun.
Much sweeter honeys and caramels in the nose, and vanillas all of a sudden jump out.
Hell yeah.
So basically your nose is more of the raisin bran crunch of the honey bunches of oats. Taste real quickly.
Please be delicious again.
I can tell you the finish just picked up a little bit, which was really nice. I'm gonna leave that at a 16 where I had it at. Mouthfeel got a little creamier. I'll go to 16. Flavor, I'm probably gonna leave it where it is.
Well, if it's creamier, why would you leave it at 16? That would be better, wouldn't it?
I think I've had that at a 15. I'm gonna bring this up. So the flavors. There's more of the honey bunches of oats. I'm almost getting a strawberry fruit note with some water additions in there.
This is the right
like honey bunches of oats with some strawberries in it at this point. More vanillas and caramels are coming out as well. I'm going to leave everything else where it is. I will sip and think about this. And when we get back to me, I will tally everything up. So thanks for putting up with my bullshit. Bumpy's already going to bed. All right. Third round. We're only on the third. Final ratings and grades for our products. Alex, take it away for the triple cap.
And I will tell you this: strawberry. What's it called? Strawberry. What you just said.
Strawberries and cream.
What's the boat? I've had that. They're delicious. I've had that. So, but continue on with this. They are good though. I haven't had it in a while though. Great. Like I said, Belgian beers are delicious. They have that banana sweet taste. I'm going to give this beer a 95. I think I gave it that on my channel. I'll have to go back. But either way.
Alex.
Yes, let's say 10.
Bananas?
It does taste like that to me.
I've had those.
You're talking about this one right here?
I've had bananas. They're delicious.
Obviously. Keep it up, Tanner. I'm going to give you a nigga when we hang out for ball busting. I'll give you a hug before that. But I love you, Tanner. Don't ever forget it. They are delicious.
Oh, yeah.
Even banana chips. I was addicted to banana chips.
Oh, yeah. Those are good, too.
They're delicious, too. Oh, God. I haven't had them in a while. I should get back to doing that. Banana chips. Man, that sounds delicious. I was like addicted to them for a while. It was like bags of them. Seriously. But yeah, 95 it is. Please, if you can get River Horse, Chappelle Horse with spices. And River Horse Brewing is very good. Again, I might have had it back in the past. I don't remember directly. I do know for a fact I did not have this one because I looked at my stuff. It wasn't there, as far as I know. And this is the lighting. I know the lighting freaking sucks. But if you can get it, please do. It's a 10%. So, I mean, again, I don't know if you can age it. I'm going to say yeah, because it's 10%. But who knows? I don't know. I've never aged 10% barley wine beers or this beer right here, which is a Belgian. Either way, I've aged a couple beers in the past. My sister's fridge years ago, and they were still delicious. But they were stout. So let's make that clear. And it was not my Christmas bumpy IPAs. I will tell you that. But they were not. They were good, but they were not the best because that was my stupidity for not having those beers earlier that year. Hey, you live and learn. I'm gonna shut up now. But if you can get it, please do. And that's all I gotta say. Please do. That's all I gotta say. Cheers.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
I can't.
Jesus, did it again.
Hell yeah. I can't.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have producer East Coast Liquor Reviews filming
Let's
once
read
again.
Tanner. Yes.
Next little video clip that he will be saving.
Okay. All right.
Let's leave the premise before Tanner starts filming again.
Let's read Puppy.
All right. He had a better experience with can number 2.
Puppy.
Good. Hold on. I was looking at making some soup tomorrow with.
Oh, that's understandable. I didn't know that. Luxury Bumpy. Go
Definitely had nothing to do with zombies.
ahead. No, it didn't.
No.
Normally he didn't.
No,
Yeah,
I'm all done with it. I'm all done with that.
What?
No,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's bullshitting. He's bullshitting. He is.
What?
Having fun with you, Bumpy. Okay, you surrender. All right.
All right. See, cutting up potatoes.
All right, Bumpy, you
Kibasa
surrender.
soup.
I surrender.
Kibasa. Freaking kibasa.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I doubted you, Bumpy. Give me a noogie when we hang out.
Damn you.
again.
I'm just trying
Damn
to
me.
figure out what I could possibly do for tomorrow night's dinner. All
It's
right.
okay. You give me a
Anyway.
noogie when we hang out, Bumpy. I promise you that. Cheers.
Yes. So a bit better of experience than the other can. There is still that kind of. I think I was looking that up earlier, but of course the brewer's not going to tell you what they're putting in. You know,
Of course.
they've been a little bit more lenient with their hops that they're using, but they're not throwing out the yeast. I can only go by my own experience, and to me it seemed like it was some type of Scottish ale yeast, but the chances of a major brewery using that without just using like their standard house yeast, and I doubt that they're using Scottish ale yeast as their house yeast. But anyways, this beer, I would say the can art on it is pretty kick-ass. Do enjoy it. I really do think that it's AI interpreted though, because a lot of the AI can art seems to be very fucking gruesome. I mean, it's a bleeding Big Mac, for Christ's sake. That is definitely blood. That's not ketchup. I mean, look at that.
It looks
It's
delicious
dripping
when it
blood.
comes to the burger, but not the
It even
ketchup.
has like a blood spot, like it got shot, and there's like blood wounds in the fucking burger bun.
Yes, I got
Holy
And-
crap. Very
Yeah,
graphic.
and then
there,
there's like this tie. That's definitely like a tie sticking out, like yeah, maybe a clown with a tie on got squished
By a
between all the
burger?
burger buns. I mean, this is like
extra rare, huh?
Well, I mean,
what
Bumpy.
was that book there? They made a movie out of
Good burger.
Raining a chance of meatballs or Cloudy with
Yeah,
a
they
Chance
did.
of- yeah.
Yeah.
But like, it's really cool. It's really cool can art, but it's
But Bumpy, you did 2 beers this
pretty
year.
messed up.
this tonight, and that's pretty cool. It's both Halloweenish and it's October. I mean, so I expect that.
Yeah.
So you did a great
but
job.
I'd say the can art on this is one of those ones that definitely pops out. You see it and you're like, oh, I gotta get this.
Oh gosh, it's a bird with blood. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, especially when you see like other halves beers and they do all the cheddar and the broccolis and hot dogs and they do all this other stuff. What's that got to do with the beer? Nothing. They just whatever. They just have this theme going.
They are weird.
Kind of, yeah. So the food theme definitely fits. And Big Mac, I mean, that's very relevant. It sticks out. So
You're gonna make me hungry, Bumpy. I'm gonna have to make
purchase
myself
the can for the art. The beer itself is subpar. I'd score this. I'd just say it's good. It's a beer that you can drink, but you're not going to be like, wow, this is awesome.
Please
So
be
it's
announced.
one of those things where it's like a very shallow, like into themselves person puts on a really nice suit and everybody loves them, but really underneath that suit, they're just a piece of shit.
I can't take it anymore.
Tell us how you really feel. Jesus Christ.
Please be announced to be a Mr. 100. Please.
It's a good beer. I'd score this I'd probably give it like a 39. If I was going to score a 39 out of 50, it's good.
Nice.
Wake me up and give me some breakfast later.
Wake me up.
Cheers.
And stops talking. Oh, it's me.
Awesome, Tanner. Awesome. I love it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I kind of just wish it had I wish I had a little bit more like malty sweetness, a little bit more roasty. I was kind of hoping it had like a little bit more of the dunkel aspect to it. It's definitely more Hefeweizen with just like a slightly a little bit more malty sweetness. Overall, it's pretty good. I kind of wish it was a little bit more like roasty and like darker, richer, but maybe that's just kind of how this style is. And I don't know. I like the combination. I like the wheat beer combination with a little bit more of like a roasty, like malty, sweet kind of aspect to it. Definitely a beautiful looking beer. I will say it. They are very nice looking. I think for my personal palate, I'll give it like a 93. Still a really good rating, but yeah, I just kind of wish it had a little bit more of that sweetness, maybe a little bit more roasty, more on the dunkel side. But yeah, overall, it's pretty good. If you want like a straight up caramel banana beer, that's screw that banana bread beer. Don't buy that. Buy this. That you know what I'm talking about? The Eagle banana bread beer that does.
I've had it.
This is like caramel banana. If you want that type of flavor, you grab this. I wish I had it colder though. This is definitely one of those beers you want to have.
Send me a picture of that bottle. I'll look it up, Mr. King.
Yeah. Where'd Eric go?
Eric.
Yeah, I mean, I purchase like these little bottles every once in a while. You know, $3.50, $4 for a bottle is it's a good value. And it's from Germany too, so it's product of Germany. So nice. And yeah, definitely, I would definitely recommend trying it, Brian. So, cheers, guys.
Cool.
You're good, Eric. I'm sorry because Tanner said something, and I said, Eric, where'd you go?
I was having a weird taste of my little side water. I think I put the side water and got, I don't know, that tasted kind of plasticky, paper or something. All right, we're back to the beer, man.
Beer man.
All right, I'm just gonna cut this short. This is more of a Westy kind of style, New England hazy, I guess. It's all right. It's got that grocery store mentality with a little bit of craft in it. I don't know. They always rebrand. You know, it's like rebranding every 7 years or something like that is a good thing to do, every 5 years or whatever. but they weren't selling, so they rebranded. They changed their labels and everything else. But this one, I don't know. It was all right. I'll give it like an 88 out of 100. It wasn't extremely like what I would have wanted, but it was drinkable. So, cheers.
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 Cheers, Grimmy.
Cheers.
Let's hear.
All right, what's up, everybody? Just trying to condense some notes here. Pour just a tiny bit more to get a accurate representation. Slightly. We'll change some notes a little bit here. Not super coating, however. Okay. Let's see. Let me do some tabulations. I think I'm at the same number rating. Actually, I think I changed one of my ratings. Plus that, plus that, plus that. Yeah, I went up 1 point. Very good. All right. So we were drinking on, if you didn't hear me, for the last 87 hours doing a review. We're doing the Battle Cry single American malt whiskey distilled from a Belgian mash, basically a Belgian mash beer recipe, a Belgian inspired mash with rye malt, honey malt, and pale malt. 46% ABV, 92 proof. So again, aesthetically, I'm giving it, out of 10 points, I'm giving it an 8. I really like the bottle, how descriptive it is. The whiskey is kind of a little bit on the light side, but that's okay. I give it an 8 overall. The nose, I'm keeping it at a 15 out of 20 for the aromas and nosing. It's got some youthfulness that shows, but what's there is honey, caramel, and for me, a darker cherry-like fruit and some herbal, spicier rye malt notes. The flavor I bumped up to an actual 17. I'm noticing the malt funk that some bourbon and rye fans don't like. Some whiskey fans don't really like the way that malt whiskeys taste. But what's there, like I say here, the other stuff that's there is the honey bunches of oats with the dark fruitiness and some spicy herbal notes. And with the water, more of the caramels, more of the vanilla shows up, and actually the dark fruits turn into a little bit of some kind of a strawberry. So either way, kind of honey bunches of oatiness in there, and more of those, more of the more of the char and the wood barrel show up. So in the flavor as compared to the nose, so a little more sophisticated than the aroma would let you to believe. I'm gonna give them the mouthfeel still a 16 out of 20. It's slightly oily. It's not super mouth coating. It doesn't envelop the mouth, but it's not super thick and viscous or super thick and creamy or anything like that, like some whiskeys can be. And I'm sticking with a 16 out of 20 on the finish. There's the rye malt finish is big time on this one with spices and pepper. There are wood tannins and dark fruits, and the spice is really what lingers. So I would hazard a guess that if it's not like super over the top herbally in its flavor or anything like that, but that rye malt is still in there mixed with the honey malt. So I think if you are a rye whiskey fan, you probably would find something to latch onto with this American single malt whiskey of the Battle Cry. So, and then I'm still going to give the bourbon, the whiskey a 7 out of 10 on the value. I think $50 is really good for a craft distillery that doesn't have a flavor that tastes super young or anything like that for the most part. So overall, this whiskey with this type of a rating system gets a 79 out of 100. And I would definitely recommend, if you can taste before you buy, like I did, do it that way. So 79 out of 100.
Literally, Eric, I was about to say that I've had a bunch of oats when I was younger with my grandma. I have not tasted any spice at all. Other than, I don't know.
Honey Bunch of Oats doesn't have rye malt and pale malt in it either, nor does it really have honey malt. But
it does have honey. It does have honey. If you look at the box, you'll see the honey going into the.
Granted, yes. But in anything you're tasting, whether it's a beer, a wine, or spirit, or whatever the hell else it is, there's some kind of flavor. There's some kind of there's something about what you're tasting
Mhm.
that is reminding you of another taste or another flavor from somewhere else that you've had before. And to the best of your recollection, you're trying to pinpoint in some kind of a wording what it's really reminds you of at the end of the day there. So take me with a grain of salt that if you go
Oh
and
no,
buy
no, no, I was trying to play Colombo. Sorry.
a grain of salt that if you buy Honey Bunches of Oats tomorrow, it will not taste like Battle Cry American Single Malt whiskey. Right?
No, but it'll have that honey sweetness. If that's what you're
Yeah, I think that's a very close approximation with those
Eric, I'm not mad.
malt notes, with those honey notes, and how the malts and the honey are coming together that way, and the vanillas are amping up. Anyways, cheers, everybody.
I'm sorry, Eric. I try to play Colombo because they do have. What are you doing, Eric? I swear I'm gonna give you no. You want me to hang out again?
All right, let's. I don't want to bring up the don't be a douche. We gotta let people finish their thoughts there. Okay, now we're good. We're gonna go into the round. We're gonna go into round 4 here. Round 4 is a introduction. Well, introduction. We're gonna talk about everybody's YouTube channels here. We all got YouTube channels, as you've probably seen. Boom, there you go. Boom. Everyone's got a YouTube channel. Well, actually, before we do that, everybody's name is here on your YouTube channel. Go look up Thomas Miller 75. You're already here. Appreciate it. Go look up Alex Beer Master, Bumpy Road Brews, East Coast Liquor Reviews, and Beer Man. Go to their channel. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. And when you hit that notification bell, you'll know when we go live on a video, on a stream here. If we are posting a new video, or if we're doing a premiere of a video. So, yeah, and that also help us reach our subscriber number. So we all
we're doing a StreamYard premiere too, Legend. Not StreamYard. What's it called? What's that? What you did earlier?
Instagram.
Instagram.
I don't link what I do to Instagram, to be fully honest. But we're talking about YouTube here. So how about Alex Beer Master talk about his YouTube channel and let us know who.
Don't shoot me, Eric. I'm trying to help. Don't shoot me. Boom. Tanner, you're awesome, bud. I love you, Tanner. Can't wait to hang out with you. Beyond that, yes, we're gonna be having Alex and Friends tomorrow night around 10 o'clock, 10:30, and then Friday night is come have a beer with Alex around 8 o'clock. And then Monday night, Alex and Friends around 10 o'clock, 10:30. And that's that. And then obviously you'll catch me on other live streams, during the week when I'm not doing my channel. And also prior to that, I'm also doing beer reviews on Tuesday, whenever between the afternoon, like maybe 12, 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It all depends on what mood I'm in. But yes, you'll get your beer reviews early because that's much easier, and it's not after Beer Man. I like to do it after Beer Man show on Tuesdays, but I'm like, okay, let's say Chatty, we talked about it, and it's probably better if I did things earlier so they could check out the beer reviews or whatever I'm doing, whatever. So yeah, so I'm not gonna say the times could be whatever those times, 12, 1, 2, 3. There could be a lunch review sometime in the future too, but or a brunch review. But either way, right now it's just beer reviews. You will see whatever I bring up anyway, but that's in the early afternoon. So this way, when you come home, you'll have a beer review or whatever it may be. So, but it's a beer review at this moment. So yeah, lunch it could be around 12 o'clock because that's not beer. So yeah, appreciate you, and you'll see that on my channel regardless.
Nice.
And then other shout outs. Check out Legendary with Jopless and check out all of our YouTube channels that have a YouTube channel or an upcoming YouTube. Cheers.
Thank you, Alex. All right, let's go to Bumpy Road.
Cheers. on my channel. I have another video coming out tomorrow, so catch it if you can. You know, I mean, it will be up there, so you can watch it whenever. 5 years from now, it doesn't matter because it is a 5-year anniversary.
Oh yeah.
Double IPA from Spyglass.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah, there you go. Like I said, I'll try to put out at least one video. Sometimes I'll put out more a week. But yeah, no live streams going right now or planned as of right now.
Not at the
on my
moment.
channel. So that's it for my channel. And then let's just move on to damn it, I did a Kettlehead beer tonight. So I might as well shout out FLX Beer Reviews. Check out their channel. You got Dan and Mike. Sometimes they get joined by Joe from the Beer Patrol.
Legendary Joe and Dan.
But yeah, so I kind of got them involved with Kettlehead, I guess, because I sent them a beer meal. And it had some Kettlehead in it. And Dan ended up reaching out to Kettlehead. Now, somehow got them into a festival that happened in New York. And now Kettlehead is actually in New York.
Whoa!
There actually are beers being distributed through New York. So
hoping they'll be here in New Jersey because I love Kettlehead.
I was saying, the FedEx boys
Oh,
drinking Kettlehead.
Oh, me,
Funny how that works, huh?
Yeah,
and Spyglass.
trying to make it by in the craft beer world.
Yes.
FedEx boys. Yeah. Cheers.
Oh, cheers. Thank you.
Eric, did I do the come have a beer with Alex on Friday? I did do that.
Yeah, now come have a beer with Alex on Friday, everybody.
Yeah, around 8 o'clock. Yes. Yeah. Thank you.
Private message Alex for his address if you want to go have a private beer
Keep it
with
up.
him. All right, East Coast Liquor Reviews. You're
All
up.
right. Shout out to my channel. Monday we're gonna be doing Evan Williams Black Label. So you know, hopefully we can get a lot of people. We can get even more people than we had last time. We had 4 people last time.
Nice.
Maybe with that being such a easy to find product, you know, maybe we'll get some people grab some nips or, you know, the little airplane bottle, 50 milliliters.
You have to get permission before you grab nips. Just letting you know.
No, yeah. Get like a little airplane bottle, 50 milliliter. Literally, you can literally find them in most places for $1. So yeah, we'll be doing that examination Monday between like 8 and 9 p.m. And I'll have a bunch of reviews that I'm going to be releasing shortly. Just got to edit them. I have a bunch of reviews recorded, beer and liquor reviews, variety reviews, adult beverage variety reviews. And then shout outs to other people. Check out Hello Again Whiskey Friends. They're actually live right now. And then check out Chad's beer reviews. So, cheers.
Cheers. On to you, beer man.
All right. So Beer and Cheese Tuesday is always 8 o'clock Eastern. Bring what you will. Always fun time. Wednesday, everyone got some adjectives given to them with some new adjectives that Tanner had, suggested maybe we start our own stuff. Put some of our adjectives up, and so we got that, and hopefully you can find something cool. That would be 6 o'clock Eastern, 3 o'clock Pacific on Wednesday. I'm hoping that I brew tomorrow. I should be. I'm filling the water right now. I don't want to waste water, so I'll be brewing tomorrow. Brutta from another mudda. And that would be a New England IPA that is side by side with Bill's Mr.
Can't
Bill.
wait to try it, Legendary Beer Man.
We'll see who I can get it out to. I went a little overboard on the last one. That was a lot.
You'll be fine. Cheers.
A lot of money. Think money. I'm not rich. So that, and then I've got a lot of Ryan's beers from Ryan's Beer Reviews. There's a shout out. I got some beers I got a review from him. I put up a couple already. So check those out. One coming up tomorrow, I think. And then Bill just sent me a package I need to still open. So look out for that unboxing. Other than that, cheers. Thank you.
Cheers.
Hey,
Oh,
Legendary,
real quick, we're doing
Yeah.
a live beer review of the bear. Hopefully at 6:15 if I can get out of here. Yeah, I gotta hurry.
hey, Legendary Tanner, is that the beer channel you're talking about? I said Chadio, but this.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Legendary.
Yep.
The beer's talking.
Here, bro. Go drop him a sub.
Thank you.
All
I already
right.
dropped it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
preferably a ham and cheese hoagie. Drop them a
God, keep it up. Keep it up. Eric. Keep it up. Keep it up.
This is Thomas Metal 75. If you're still here and or you're watching this on the replay, thanks for stopping by. Hit that subscribe button. This is the Masters of Beer Reviews program that I like to call it. Again, every Wednesday we do the Masters of Beer Reviews and Company Wildcard Wednesday. Any beer, wine, spirit, any adult beverage, only meant to use a beverage. Just don't be a douche. We will be golden. So yeah, that's 7:30 Eastern Standard, Boston, New York time. And for your drinking considerations and pleasures of the YouTubes, go and check out the Whiskey Cove. Yeah, man. He's in I believe he's in the Colorado, Denver. I believe it's in the Denver area. And he just did some reviews. He just did a couple of videos and a review of the Midwinter's Night Dram release that came out by the High West Distillery. It's one of their annual rye releases. That's pretty hard to come by. He was at a release party for that over at City Park in Utah. Go check out the reviews on that. Pretty good. He's in line with a lot of the other whiskey reviewers, giving you his perspective and some top tier lists of different things to look out for. So very good on that. And Beer Hounds with an exclamation point. That man's gotten a good deal of the Bubblegut Craft beers. He will review those. He has his own beer reviews. Sometimes you may be crazy enough to see some guitar nonsense. Beer Hounds. Cheers. Beer Hounds.
One thing, I'm one of your hosts too, Legendary Eric.
Oh yeah. So the co-host of the Wildcard Wednesday, if it's ever needed for whatever else is going on in my life that prohibits me from getting to this program and hosting it, will be Alex, the beer master. So special shout outs to that man. Yes, you are legendary, Chedio.
He is a legendary, trust me.
And I feel like that brings us to the end of our program. I know Beer Man's got to get to another third program of his day and keep the momentum flowing.
Hell yeah.
On behalf of House Beer Master, Butterow Brewery, East Coast Liquor Reviews, and the one and only Beer Man, I say to everybody, cheers. Keep tasting those great beers, wines, and spirits. We will see you soon. Alex wants to pretend he's John Travolta in Saturday Night.
This is Alex, the Beer Master. And we will see you all on the next live stream and the next video. This is Alex, the Beer Master, signing out. Cheers, everybody.
That's terrible.